This month marks 2 years since this channel came into existence. And somehow it feels fitting that in this same month of its birth, we've reached a milestone of over 4,000 subscribers. Thank you. For some, that number may not seem like much, I'm sure. But for me, it means everything. Because nothing I have ever achieved has come easily. And nothing I have ever achieved has been done alone. There has always been someone, a family member, a friend, a stranger, you, who reached out and gave me a hand, who listened, who offered advice or encouragement. And through it all, there's always been one constant force: faith. Faith is something greater than myself. Faith that when I speak, when I pray, those prayers are heard. I may not know or even try to understand the master plan that the One has for me. Some may call him God, some call it the universe, some call it divine. Some don't call it at all. But I have learned to surrender, to say, let my life be in service of whatever that plan is. That doesn't mean I don't question or I have doubts or get frustrated or even in the storm. I have to just center myself and remind myself, I surrendered. You surrendered. Trust. And so I trust. Why does this channel exist? Why dedicate it to Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? A bit over 2 years ago, I was lying in a hospital bed. The doctor looked at me and said, "You're a lucky young man, minutes away from a fatal cardiac arrest or a massive stroke." And in that moment, my silent prayer was, "Oh God, thank you. Thank you, God, thank you. Thank you for another chance." Because there's still so much I need to do, so much I want to give, so much I want to do. You know the story, I've told it before. When I left that hospital, I made a promise to myself to do the things that once scared me, to stand in places where I was told I didn't belong, to use whatever voice, no matter how small it may be, to speak up, to call out injustice, to defend what is right. I knew fear. I know fear. I knew unworthiness. But I also knew that silence serves no one. So I began to speak. Many didn't like it, but I did. For over a year, I had watched something deeply painful unfold. A public vilification, a public lynching of the first Black biracial woman to enter one of the oldest, whitest institutions in this world. Meghan Markle, as she was known back then, wasn't just being criticized, even though that is what they will try to make you believe. She was being attacked. And what made it even more so unbearable was how familiar it all felt. I had seen this before. I had lived this before. In classrooms, in boardrooms, on the playground, in groups, in my family, in communities. I have felt it. I've lived it. In the quiet ways people tell you, you don't belong. You're not one of us. You're too much. You're not you're not enough for us. Who do you think you are? Shut up. Sit down. The colonizers' work runs deep, deep in our DNA, in our blood, in our mentality, within our own communities, teaching us to distrust one another, to see the enemy in our own reflection. Still happens every day, every day. And yet, there she was, beautiful, intelligent, elegant, articulate, and she still was not enough. A woman who walked into an empire and dared to hold her head high. For a moment, many of us thought, look, look, one of us. She's one of us. She's one of us. The same way we felt when Barack Obama took the oath of office. It wasn't pride, you see. Pride is a funny thing, it's a weird thing. Pride can blind, you know. It was proof that we too belonged. We belonged in those spaces. But then came the backlash, the reminder, the warnings. You don't belong here. How dare you? How dare you? Don't try this again, none of you. How dare you? I watched, I listened. Podcasters, creators, people from all walks of life trying to find community. I listened. I watched. They're all trying to build even the thinnest shield of truth to protect her and all that she represented and represents. Protect her from this endless tide of hate. And Royal Sussex, Sir Baron himself, the first sense of community, the first voice that I heard that made sense, that understood. It's like my grief and my pain and my anxiety was given validation because I wasn't alone. I wasn't alone. Someone understood. Meanwhile, the other side, the others, they had wealth, the institutions, the media empire, and a swarm of trolls spreading poison like a virus, spreading it at lightning speed. And I thought, I wonder if if I could also lend my voice. I wonder if I could also be another layer of that protection. I wonder if I could. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Even if it's one small voice, I will add it to the chorus that says, enough, enough, enough. That's how this channel was born. Not from or for fame, strategy, but from survival and service. And so, to each of you, each of you who watch, who listen, who comment, who share, who simply show up with humility and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. I was not born perfect. I am not perfect. I've been bullied. I've been hit, humiliated, called names. I've tried to be someone else to fit into other people's idea of who I should be. But still, a voice inside of me always whispered and said, my child, I made you. I made you, all of you. I made you. And that voice has always been right. I am a child of God. And so are you. And even if you don't believe it, that's okay. I can believe it for both of us. Your time, the time you give to watch, to listen, to engage, is the most precious gift you could ever offer to anyone. So when you offer it to me, to this channel, I'm so in awe and grateful. It is your most precious gift. And I do not take it lightly. Every time I speak, I remind myself, you are trusting me with your time, and I must honor it. And I try every time to do so. When I first wrote this poem for Meghan's birthday, it was born out of frustration. Someone asked me why I cared so much, why I invested this time, and I couldn't, I guess, completely articulate it the way to satisfy them. I kept telling them, I kept giving them answers, I kept just getting frustrated, and they still came back with these questions and sarcastic. And that evening when I got home out of frustration, I just grabbed a pad of paper and started writing, just wrote and wrote and wrote all my feelings and sentiments and anger and all of it. I just wrote it. And I went to bed and I couldn't sleep. I tossed, and I said, okay, just get up. Got up, I sat down, I got fresh paper and I started writing. Now I was calm, I was reflective. And somehow what poured in onto those pages was what my heart felt. A poem became a reflection. A reflection became a calling, and a calling became, it became. For months I've tried to somehow turn this poem into music, to add music to it. And every time it just didn't sound right. It just wasn't right. It didn't feel, didn't transmit how my heart felt. And then last night it just did. It just, it just did. So as I share this with you, know this from my heart. It isn't just a poem. It's a prayer. It's gratitude. It's purpose. It's proof that no matter how many times the world tries to silence us, to silence you, to tell you you're not worthy, you can rise. You can rise, you can build, you can rebuild, you can begin again and again and again. And like Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, like all of us who've been told to dim our light, to stay quiet, to sit down, we rise again. And we will rise anyways. Thank you. Thank you for 2 years. Thank you for your faith. Thank you for standing in the light with me. And I do hope I do it some justice in the way I say thank you. Thank you.
It might seem strange to those who have never been told to dim their light, that a woman, a duchess, a girl from LA could ignite such fierce devotion across oceans, across skin tones, timelines, and kitchen table debates.
It might feel odd, even to her, this quiet army of strangers who hum her name like a song, who podcast her pain into power, who archive her interviews like scripture, who say you are not alone, because we know what it feels like.
We've lived it in barrooms and break rooms and classrooms where our hands stayed raised too long, on sidewalks where our presence felt like defiance. We've heard the coded tones, seen the headlines sharpened like knives. We've been called too loud, too much, too ungrateful, too black, too brown, too biracial, to be brilliant, beautiful, and enough.
It might feel odd, even to her, this quiet army of strangers who hum her name like a song, who turn her pain into power, who whisper you are not alone.
And then came Meghan, not with a sword or a sermon, but with love. She walked into the oldest empire of whiteness, unarmed but radiant. And when they tried to erase her, she didn't vanish. She left, she chose life, and in doing so, she told all of us,
Your peace is not up for negotiation.
we do not lift her up expecting sainthood. We do not need her to save us. We lift her because we remember how often we are left alone in rooms that reject us, and systems that were never built for us, because they told her she was nothing without them, and she proved she was everything without their crown.
And still 8 years on,
They spit her name like poison. They repainted her as villain. They howled their rage that she would not break, but we know what that rage feels like. We tasted that venom and we do not flinch. She is not our Messiah. She is our mirror. She is proof that a single black and biracial woman can enter the halls of history and leave not broken but brighter, not beholden but free. And so we stand with her, not because she is flawless, but because she is ours. ours, because the system designed to silence her is the same one that haunts us all. And as the poet said, you may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like dust I'll rise. And she did. We are, and we will. We are, and we are. We rise through the fire, we shine through the scars, unbroken, unbound, and blazing. She did. We will. We are rising higher, never tired, cyanide, hearts on fire. We are. She did. We are unstoppable, unshakable. We are free. It might seem strange to those who were told to dim their light, that a woman, a duchess, a girl from LA, could ignite such fierce devotion across oceans, across skin tones, timelines, and kitchen table debates. It might even to her, this quiet army of stars who hum her name like a song, who turn her pain into power, who whisper, you are not alone. You are not alone. We've lived in boardrooms and break rooms, in classrooms where our hands stayed raised too long, on sidewalks where our presence felt like defiance. We've heard the coded tones, seen the headlines sharpened like knives. We've been called too loud, too much, too ungrateful, too black, too brown, too biracial, to be brilliant, beautiful, and enough, beautiful. And then came Meghan, not with a sword or a sermon, but with love. She walked into the oldest empire of whiteness, unarmed but radiant. And when they tried to erase her, she didn't vanish. She left. She chose life. And in doing so, she told all of us, your peace is not up for negotiation. We don't lift her up for sainthood. We lift her because we know that pain, because she proved we are everything, even without their crown. And she did. She did. And we will. And we rise through the fire, we shine through the scars, unbroken, unbowed, and blazing. She did. dear.